All right, so we were walking, literally making our way out of here, and this was sticking out. And Heath just told me a story. What'd you find over there on the other side of the hill?
I found about a half full Powerade bottle, and we got Poachers.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Adventure Archaeology. Look who I found in the woods out here today.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Got Heath from History Seekers. If you're not subscribed, be sure that you are. Today we are going to be hunting together. However, part of this adventure is going to be split, so you're not going to see everything he finds on my channel and vice versa. So you got to go check out the second side of the adventure on the other guy's channel. That's how you
see all the cool stuff.
Yeah, that's how you do a real collab.
That's right.
But no, we live pretty close together, and we get out into this spot that we're at today. What, about once every 6 months?
Yep.
Something like that. We are actually at a lost, not so much lost now, I don't guess. But
yeah, we found it.
It's a Spanish-American war camp, though, and it was used up until World War I. Some fantastic items have been found here, and we've actually been in the middle of gunfire here in the past because it's in a not so great area.
We're in a bad area, surrounded by crack houses and projects, and
yeah, it's rough, guys. Just to be honest. With that being said, though, we're going to go ahead and put the detector coils on the ground and go see what we can find. All right, before we get going, I am using the Garrett Ace Apex today. And for those of you wondering where I get my metal detectors, this is the guy right here. He works for Treasure Mountain Metal Detectors. I will put all of his contact info below. He's going to give you the best deal that you can get on a detector, as well as the best support, which goes a long ways, especially if you're new in the hobby.
Give me a call. Phone's always on. My cell phone number's in the email or in the description box, I guess.
Yep. Right down below, you'll have everything you need to get in contact with him to buy one of these and find awesome stuff like we do. Let's get to it. All right, first signal of the day. It's a little bit jumpy. It's probably iron, but we're gonna dig it anyways. It's right there. Let's see. Almost looks like camp lead. Camp lead was not prominent though in the Spanish-American War. It was from 1898, I think, to around 1901, if I remember correct. And then this was used again in World War I. So I don't know what that was, but it's definitely something melted. Let's keep going and see if we can find something notable. All right, we got another signal. It's jumping between 60 and 75. If I had to guess, a shotgun shell, but let's see together. Boy, was I off. Some kind of steel ring. I should have known that it was bigger, but the way that it was kind of echoing, it just sounded a little bit funny. It looks like it maybe could be part of a horse bridle or horse tack. I don't know though. I'll show it to Heath and see what he thinks. First bullet of the day. I can't remember what size gun or what kind of gun they were using while they were here, so I'll have to ask Heath and find out, but I think that may be one. It's hard to say. Everything here is pretty shallow. It's only a couple inches deep, which makes it nice digging. All right, got another semi-repeatable signal right here. There again, this place has been cherry picked, so we're gonna have to really dig almost every target to be sure we don't miss anything. That's ringing steady between 60 and 70. Let's see what it is. It's kind of big. And I found this. That is a stripper clip. Now, I do know that that's time period, but that bullet that I just dug, I think this is it, I've dug a couple, should slide right into this right here. The bullet would have slid right in. And it looks like that is the right caliber for that. So there again, it's pretty cool to find these pieces of war history right here in the backwoods of Alabama. We'll take it without a doubt. Sadly, most of the time these do not have anything engraved or stamped on them, but still, we know what it is. So, for those of you that know about stuff that I don't, is that creeping Jenny or is that poison oak or ivy? I don't know. I'm highly allergic and I still don't know what it looks like. That's 5-leaf, and that behind it's 3-leaf. Something tells me I'm gonna come out of here pretty itchy. So one of the things to keep in mind about the Spanish-American War relics versus, say, the relics from the Civil War is the fact that it is newer, but that does not mean that it is less rare. Actually, there were fewer Spanish-American War soldiers, and it was over a shorter period of time, which makes the relics that much harder to get. And the camps are very, very sparse. There's a signal, but it was weak. So anything you find is definitely something pretty cool that most people have never found before. I think Aquachigger may have got on a Spanish-American War site, but I don't know that I've ever seen anybody else on YouTube metal detecting in one of these places, which is why it always kind of draws me to this particular spot. I think Heath is up over that hill over there. I'm gonna work my way towards him and see what he's found. See if he's doing better than me in my stripper clip. I will tell y'all that today it's about 95 degrees. It is smoldering hot. You may have noticed that I had on my black Jurassic Park shirt, and that was for a reason. That black shirt helps deter the mosquitoes. I figured out the lighter the colors you wear, the more the mosquitoes swarm you. So I've got to wear a lot of dark colors to keep the bugs off. The spider webs are really bad today. You can see that it looks like an armadillo has been really tearing the ground up right here, or possibly a hog. Hard to say. I saw some scat back there that I thought may have been a bear, but it didn't quite look big enough. I'm not for sure. We do have bears in this area. They are becoming more prominent. I'm not sure why. That's okay though, they're just black bears. It's not like we're dealing with grizzlies. All right, let's see what we got here. 65 to 70. Not super big, right under a rock. Now I just flipped this out of the hole and I've cleaned it off a little bit already because I got excited because I see something stamped on it right there. It looks like it says K-A, shoot, if I don't break it, K-A-U-T and then C-E. I don't know, it's hard to make out, but it's definitely a suspender clip, which is pretty cool. I don't know if this is something that was here from the soldiers or if that's something that may have been lost by a hunter a long time ago. That's still a pretty cool find though. We'll take it, and I love anything that's got an identifying mark on it. So I can probably do some research on that and find out exactly how old it is. So Heath just pulled up a tent tensioner over here, which is cool because this entire hillside would have been just littered with tent after tent after tent. Do you know how many people were stationed here?
Like 5,000.
5,000 people were on this hillside at one point.
Well, it was stretched for a few miles. So.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a big area, but still 5,000 people, they were bound to drop something. But with the tent tensioner, what happened is I guess they would just slide off the rope, right?
The rope would go through it, and give me a second.
he's digging. He's digging.
This is what you want to look for. Now, you'll see this is a tent tensioner. The rope come through here, and they would pull it this way, and it would keep tension on it, and it would keep their tents and the rope pulled tight. So, and it's got a patent date on there. Now, I've brushed that off. Now, we'll find two types here. You'll find one that has the patent date on it and one that doesn't. We've got a theory on that. Ones with the patent
date. I still haven't found one of these as many times as I've been here. So I got.
You haven't found one of those yet?
Nope.
I thought EA found one.
Yeah, he found one. I still haven't found one. That's awesome. Patent November 30th, 80, and that's not 1980. That's 1880.
Yep.
That is amazing.
All right. So our theory on this, and we think it's a pretty solid one. Back during the 1800s, they were more apt to put patent dates on everything. Man, they put it on even little small stuff. So we think that the ones with the patent date to the Spanish-American War. Okay. The ones that we find here that don't have that this patent date, we think they're the World War I ones. Now, that's just a theory. So if you guys know for sure, let us know. Yeah, drop in the comments. Let us know what you think about that. You getting the spiders too? I've had spiders after spiders on me. All right, so Brandon, tell me, how old is that neck? I know it's not worth anything, but I dug it in the same hole with a Model T with the valve stem. Really? Yeah. Well, I got a nail target after check the hole after I dug it, and then that was in there too. I don't see any mold lines on it, but I'm gonna assume, which is a pretty good assumption, that this is definitely going to be pre-1915, and I'd say between 1890 and 1915. Now, I can't definitely say that it's going to be World War I or Spanish-American War. I don't know that much. They're so close together. Yeah, it's really hard to say, but I can see, like right there, you can kind of see those little bit of lines. Yeah. Those are kind of like mold lines. Okay. And anytime you see those, to me, that just tells you that it's probably earlier on that spectrum. Okay. So it could be 1900. So, I mean, it could be right there in that Spanish-American age. Now, were you over that way when you found it? Because I think we need... Yeah, just right over there. Okay. Let's head over there and stick the shovel in the ground, because stuff like that excites me. Y'all know me and bottles. Let's go see what we can come up with. All right, I followed Heath over here to where he found the top of that bottle. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna poke a little, probably 3x3 hole, only about 6 inches deep. The reason I'm doing that is not because I think this is a dump area, but possibly it could have been a latrine. You gotta think, back then, it's not like they had porta potties, so they had to have a spot to use the bathroom. Yeah. We're kind of off the back side of the hill. The tents were up on the hill, so they would have just went behind the tents, off the hill a little bit, dug a little bit of a hole, and they would have thrown all of their trash into this little bitty
pit, is my hopes anyways. So let's see what we come up with as we dig down. Hopefully we'll find something pretty cool. You never know when somebody dropped their trousers and a button fell off or something like that.
That's right.
Or they threw their medicine bottles or whatever they had. So let's see what we can come up with. All right, guys, it looks like Heath was right. I literally just flipped this bottle out and we done wiped it off to see what it said. That is a common medicine. You can see it says, it's embossed right there. It says St. Joseph's.
Okay. What year is that?
I'd say that's probably early teens. I think that's probably World War I.
Okay.
I'm trying to make out what that bottle says. I forget. It says something about purity. I can't remember. Pretty cool bottle though. It's pretty clean. It's got the roots growing in it, which cool. You can see how deep we are. If you look at the soil, he said, "Do you think we need to go deeper?" And to answer his question, I don't think we do. And if you look, none of these trees that are around us are 100 years old. If you look at them, there might be very few that are 100. I think this has been logged.
They had a fire here.
And they had a fire?
Yeah,
okay.
They had a fire here at one time.
So I'm thinking maybe it has been logged and the top layer of topsoil has all been removed.
Yep.
The ground may have been this deep at one point, or that high at one point, you know, 100 years ago. So the top layer is already gone. And you can see that it's turned back kind of black. That could be from the fires and the stuff that's been, you know, basically decaying through time. Then it goes to that reddish or that yellowish color. Layer. And then it goes to red. Yeah. When you hit that clay layer, they wouldn't have dug a latrine any deeper than that because the water will not, I guess, seep through it. Okay. It would just sit right on top of that clay layer.
That's cool.
Yeah, so.
You think there's anything else here? Or
well, we're gonna go ahead, like I said, I think, and just do this little edge right here and see if we can find any more. That's, you know, just a few dollar bottle, but it tells a really cool piece of history that, you know, probably one of the soldiers was sick at one time and he just had this right there. That's almost a sample size if you think about it. It probably didn't hold an ounce.
Wow, how about that?
Pretty cool though.
That's a cool find, man.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
All right, guys, as you can see, I've already covered the hole up. We did some poking around. There was only one bottle in the broke top, and I think that that has a lot to do with stuff being scattered, like I said, during logging. I do think that that at one time was probably a latrine right here. It's too coincidental for a piece of a bottle and a full bottle to be right there. Not to mention we found a lot of rusty stuff kind of around the edges of iron. So, I mean, it could have just been a trash pit. I guess anything's possible. But what's cool is, usually whenever I find a bottle, I have no way to relate to whose bottle it was. It could have been a child's, it could have been a coal miner, it could have been a family's, or somebody swimming. You never know. But for here where we're at today, I would say that probably in the 90th percentile up, this was a soldier. Yeah. Wouldn't you think so?
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be either Spanish-American War, or you thought maybe World War I.
Yeah, I think it's World War I, but so, I mean, still, that's really cool.
They were only here in 1912 and 1915, so.
Well, that tells you, I mean, that gives you probably an age of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's pretty cool to think about, though, that soldier had that. We know that the soldier was sick, and it just kind of tells a piece of a story of somebody that stayed here over 100 years ago. So, hope y'all enjoyed the video today. I know we didn't find a ton of relics. We did find some really cool stuff, though, that relates to the time period. And anytime you save a piece of history is a good day. If you're not subscribed to History Seekers, be sure that you are. I know they would appreciate it. They release videos about all kinds of cool stuff. They find some really old relics.
Civil War stuff. We do a lot of Civil War relics.
Lots of Civil War stuff. And y'all know me, I don't have any luck with the Civil War stuff. So if y'all want to see that, you're going to have to go with him. And I'm going to have to go with him to find a bullet.
We're going to put you on one now.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll catch you guys in the next video. All right. So we were walking, literally making our way out of here. And this was sticking out. And Heath just told me a story. What'd you find over there on the other side of the hill?
I found about a half full Powerade bottle, and we've got poachers that are coming in here that watch our videos and have figured out where we are, and they're not even taking their trash with them or filling their holes, and it looks like they're leaving relics stuck in a tree.
Well, I'm thinking they thought that was trash.
Yeah, but you know what that is, don't you?
It looks like a wagon wheel hub. I found one like this that was whole.
Take it out of the tree and let's take a look at it.
I hope it don't fall apart. I found one like this that was complete.
Yeah.
And it was, you know, I loved it. I'm going to turn it into a lamp.
Really?
Yeah.
Upcycle.
Yeah. But this thing right here still has the wood connected. It's literally falling apart, sadly.
Oh, no. Yeah.
But, man, that's a cool relic that somebody just left behind.
They didn't know what it was.
No, they didn't have a clue. The spokes would have went right in there in those slots that you see.
Yeah.
But man, that's cool, man.
That is cool.
It sucks somebody poached your spot, but I'm glad that they left his present behind.
You didn't know what it was, did you? Just tell the truth. Leave a comment below if you're the guy that's poaching our spot and you didn't know what it was. Just leave a comment.
Yeah. Let us know if you left this in the tree.